G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a bloodied black powder pistol with bullets exploding for area damage and 90% reduced weight, major and minor legendary effects respectively. Almost god tier drops on a black powder pistol. If anything, I like the 15% faster reload for the tertiary effect to be there, but I'm not going to complain about having a weapon that is only 0.3 in the old weight department, especially on a 2 strength character, so almost god tier, not quite there yet. So we're doing 210 damage. Obviously no attachments can be attached to this, so we can't prime the thing, which is a shame because we're missing out on plus 25% damage and, you know, the Ultra Sight 50 balls. That'd be fun. But yep, we can boost that a lot further, and 210 is actually pretty solid. To give a little bit of perspective on that, I'm doing 107 with a severe Western revolver, which is, you know, per shot a lot weaker. So let's chuck on some perks to increase this thing's damage. We're going to chuck on Demo Expert first because it is an explosive weapon and it is a semi-automatic pistol, or rather a muzzle-loaded, but it ain't automatic, so we'll chuck on lots of gunslinger perks to increase this thing's damage. Where is it? There it is. And we're going to be also chucking on Bloody Mess as well. Now the luck build here is we're going to have Serendipity because I'm going to be running this at Nerd Rage Threshold. Having a coin flip chance to avoid damage is good. Better Criticals is there just to dump extra critical damage on a target that I can't possibly one-shot. That might come in handy later against Scorch Beast. Grim Reaper Sprinter's taken a backseat. I've got a couple of bits of armor that actually give me increased AP regen, so that's pretty good. 4-leaf Clover is there to keep those criticals coming just at random, but, you know, it's a nice thing to have. But, yeah, that's kind of the build there, and now we're doing 425 damage, which is even better, but we can get that even further. Okay, whilst we're being irradiated here, there's something that I need to talk about when it comes to this weapon. I've called it a flintlock pistol in the past because it looks like one of those Blackbeard pistols, but it isn't. It's actually a percussion cap. So I'm guessing when you pull the trigger, the hammer flies down and hits that, and that does something to ignite the black powder in the weapon. It shoots the ball out. There we go. We're getting better damage already, and we ain't even that close to being the Nerd Rage. Okay, so here we are in my I made 14,000 points in Nuclear Winter, and now we're doing 1317 damage, which if you've seen a couple of my past reviews on lesser black powder pistols, I mentioned that the success criteria is basically one-shotting everything, and with numbers like that, I'm pretty confident that we can one-shot most things in the game, so that's pretty good. And also with all of this unyielding armor, we'll actually be getting 30 perception, which is super important for VATS accuracy. So I'm hoping I can gank people from far away using this thing so I don't have to get too close and personal, and that way I can avoid damage like that. But, you know, this thing is a loud and proud thing and missed shots will be severely punished, so we're going to try to slow down the gameplay a bit, make sure the shots connect, and we'll see how we go. Okay, so now we're outside of Shrek Cosplayer's headquarters and taking a look at my armor, just all basic unyielding stuff. This particular one I had on my strength build for the longest time, but I got a replacement and that extra AP regen is very good. And here's a couple of other buffs there, and there's the adrenal reaction, bird bones, all that crap. Alright, let's get started, shall we? And we're getting okay accuracy. Definitely going for those torso shots if I've got a guaranteed shot. And since we're doing enough damage to gank these guys in one shot, I feel like we're going to be just fine. That guy forgot I was around. Completely unnecessary critical, but it looks like torso shots are going to be the way we're going to do this. Now we've got a little bit of adrenaline to our name now, which means the damage that we do get is going to be amplified a little bit. And, I'm thinking, actually, I could probably get away with using this thing inside power armor, because I kind of want all of that extra, all of that emergency protocol goodness to my name, so I can actually tank the damage, because, you know, being outside of this regular armor, it's not working. Even though I've got these cool armor bits now, or this outfit, which, I grinded for over the weekend. Fucking reload, would you? Okay, you are. And I encountered many cheaters on the way to doing it, so just a way, if they're watching, just to dangle it in their face saying, fuck you, I made it, thanks for your help. Well, here it is. I don't particularly like the suit, but the novelty value is there. So with an extra 48% damage from 3 ranks of adrenaline, because I'm stretched thin as it is, for agility perks, we're doing 1700 damage, which is more than enough. Now, if we take that number, add a sneak attack critical and a regular Vatsol critical, I feel like we can one-shot a Scorch Beast. So, whether we go inside and do well, I'm not sure. we'll have to see how it goes. And that was split between the middle of those blokes. Probably just going to use this thing in VATS. And I managed to gank 2 in 1 shot there, which was very handy. So you can actually get decent explosive damage out of these weapons because the high base damage already is going to give you a decent amount of explosive damage because you get an extra 25%. So the explosive is actually balanced quite well on these weapons, which would back in Fallout 4 when you're getting only a little bit of extra explosive damage per shot, would probably not see too much benefit out of that. Another thing to note about this is its crappy condition. I fortunately have one with a big old condition bar, so Benjay must have a lot of luck indeed, but we're getting through that rather quickly. Not too quickly, but still. Okay, so I'm thinking if we get good enough explosive damage output out of this, it might actually be okay in crowd control situations where we can bunch a bunch of enemies together and destroy them all at the same time with explosive damage. But I'm only seeing about 229 explosive damage on these guys because it's separate from the main pull from this. That was 257. I don't know about that. It might take a couple of shots, but I might be able to chain a few kills if I manage to hit this amount of people, I don't know, a couple of times in a row. Got a lot more against that guy. That one was a little bit underleveled, and of course the doggos are lesser armored than their bigger Shrek friends, but considering how armored these guys are and their extra resistance from their green skin and whatever excuse for armor they're wearing, I feel like we might be okay. But as you can tell, this is going to take a very long time, so I might just skip the hell room this time because I feel like you get the point of this against super mutants. I'm not going to drag this out longer than it needs to be honest. And the fact that we can't really do stealth means once we're trapped in there, it's like we're against Bonesaw and we ain't got nowhere to go. Well, I'm not really trying the stealthy approach, so you can't really use that taunt against me. Although saying that, we're back into caution now, so eat sneak critical. Okay, that didn't really work. Oh no, he's got a hammer. If only I could just step 2 meters back and shoot him. Take that, metric system haters. These guys would hate metric system too, because presumably they're all American born, because that's where they came from, right? They drank some bad water that West Tech gave them and became fucking Shrek cosplayers, and you know, they're measuring in inferior measurements that are stupid to calculate. There's a few too powerful people in America that holds the metric system back. Nothing conspicuous about this. Okay, so it appears that the glowing suit doesn't do anything to stealth, and apparently that explosive damage was a headshot, so his head hitbox might have been just within explosive range, which is kind of nice, I suppose. We'll keep on going. Now, I'm wondering what about these weapons makes them break so fast. I got a feeling it's just because they're old. Not really built to last. Not really built to withstand so many bullets. It'd be cool if these... They're called exotic weapons, but let's just be real. They're novelty weapons. It'd be cool if these showed up in nuclear winter. You could use as like a powerful hand cannon that isn't dumb like the Assaultron head, because that thing's wildly inconsistent. I did not mean to do that at all. As you can tell, I've been gathering a shitload of lead and steel to make these balls, and I think I might have overshot it a little bit, but regardless of that, if I want to run around and use this thing during a stream, probably won't do it in here. If I want to gank some Scorch Beasts in style, I'll use it against them because it's fun, but yeah, this is way too slow. I could whip out my gorilla-based 10mm auto pistol with fire rate, Bloodied too, and go through these guys faster, completely unspec'd too. So yeah, she's slow, but she's got the damage where it counts, which is going to make it absolutely terrible for PvP because you can't make use of all of that damage. You'll hit a guy, even if it's a headshot, maybe if it's not even a headshot, you'll only do 110 damage at max, which is going to make you die very quickly. And obviously, yeah, PvP isn't balanced. People still like it somehow. I guess their tolerance of petty bullshit is a lot less than mine. A lot more than mine, a lot less than mine, but yeah. Wow. Speaking of petty bullshit, Assassin's Broadside. Okay, we're done here. I'm not going to go in there. We'll take on some more creatures. For the boys that are still in the running for actually succeeding in No Nut November, I hope this not form-fitting clothing is helping you out, because the last thing you want to see during No Nut November is a vanilla body for sure. Hey boys, I'd just like to talk to you about our Lord and Savior Todd Howard, and would you like to... Oh, we've got an infiltrator in the server, do we? Well... Allow me to stand on a bus for a second, and I'll show you what happens if you rock up during weapon videos. This is what happens. Ready? This is what happens. See ya! Alright, so we've got a couple of sleepers, which is unheard of in private servers. Have finally migrated to where I am, which is possibly annoying, but I'm gonna try and do it what I thought I'd do before. And the damage doesn't seem to be that good. Go away. Jesus Christ. They're always so hard to hit because their hitboxes aren't exactly where they are. Oh, no, I cancelled the reload. That would have been a perfect time as well. Okay, we're being gangbanged right now, but... Ooh, we can actually get him with the explosive damage. Good! I completely fucked that, didn't I? Oh well, we'll keep on going. Yes! Finally! Could you believe... We've got a black powder weapon that's actually decent at crowd control. We've done it. We've succeeded. Look at that! How many did I just gank just now? I need to stop using that word. Alright, here's what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna sit up here. Now what are you gonna do, huh? Are you gonna run that way? Well, too bad. Okay, that was at least one. Now come back. You get that. That was a couple there, I'm sure of it. Okay, maybe I was a little bit over the top. It's still crap in crowd control, but, you know, with the mutations as they are, we're making this work somehow. That's a quick sleeper. Thanks for your 20 cents, Todd. Now, if I just keep on camping up here, they shouldn't get me. Oh, no. Okay, looks like it's going to be the two shots to actually bring them down, but at least I've crippled their legs, which means... well, I can easily shoot them. Because they can't really get away if they've got their legs broken. See, this one doesn't know where to go. And I'm not feeling ballsy enough to go ahead and gun bash him to death. Alright. Come back, woodges. Okay, I need to disable the touchpad because I did not mean to do that. Alright. Yeah, sometimes I'll just nudge the touchpad and it'll like fire off my weapon. It happened in Nuclear Winter the other day and I was like, no, sorry, that's my bad. But yeah, it's still not finding too much good about this weapon other than its giant damage thing, but we all know by now that the damage number ain't everything. You've got the Broadsider. It's a big weapon. It's got a high damage number, but it's still a piece of shit anyway. So, you know. We can one-shot this Deathclaw, though. As well as ourselves. Okay, Swan standing around like a dickhead. I've got a critical. He dies in one shot. So I got this comment the other day. It's like something like, join the Fallout 76 class wars. I was thinking, what the fuck? So well, fucking hell, I need to stop doing that. So I followed the train of thought and just googled it just to see what's what. And apparently there's like some weird class war going on right now. It's like the plebs who don't pay for Fallout first subscribership and then the ones who do. So that would put me on the elite side. I am part of the bourgeoisie then, so why would I want to fight in the class war when I'm already sitting on the top? Let me tell you something. The class war is all in your head. We're all playing the same fucking game at the end of the day. Excuse me, could I order a queen? I would like to order a queen, thank you very much. Also, weirdly... There it is. Okay, I don't have a critical, which is annoying, but... almost one-shotted her without it, so that's pretty good. As she comes shuffling towards me, we'll shoot one more into her noggin, and that'll bring her down for good, at least until tomorrow. She gets to respawn too. Okay, if you think we didn't have our fill of Mirelurks before, we're going to be getting our fill just now, and I really shouldn't be aiming for the torso. I really should be aiming for the torso. What am I doing? That truck is going to explode. I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna give that big old truck a wide berth, and no, I don't think we'll be doing that, census taker. You can go and get, mate. Instead, we'll do our own census of damage. We'll ask all of these guys in hell what they thought of the black powder pistol experience today. And did I kill 2 for 1 that? No, I completely missed that guy in the end. So these stout shell Milex are new. They must be the step between glowing and blood rage. So they're pretty cool. They're kind of new. Like, there was a lot of there's not a lot of basic looking Milex. You'll have the kill claws, which are getting up there, and they've got these massive claws on them, and then you've got the glowing ones, which look like they've fucking eaten too many glow sticks at a party, and they just sort of stayed that way because I like the look of that. Speaking of eating glow sticks at parties. Anyways, so yeah, against these guys where we can just chip away at their health from somewhere where they can't reach us, which I guess is what we've kind of been doing all video. We can do well, I suppose, but it's just so damn slow. And it's overkill too. Why would I need to hit a Milex for 4,000 damage? I don't think I hit him for 4,000 damage. Maybe I did with the sneak critical, but that was just a 1k with ye old headshot. But why? It's just completely over the top, and I guess we let them die with dignity, so we'll give them that. Okay, first matter of agenda here. Do I have a critical? Yes. Now, instead of gathering adrenaline first, I'm just going to get his attention somehow, get him nice and close so VATS can lock on. And I've got a critical, so I'll target his head, and hopefully we're in range with this. No, you've landed in the wrong spot. That's not a happy landing. What are you attacking? What's happening right now? Oh, a Deathclaw. Yeah, bless your little cotton socks, mate. You're gonna go down very easily. Okay, with a sneak critical, we probably would have been able to nail him there, but alas, he decided to attack a giant furry lizard. He's having a good look for us. Didn't come up with anything, so good luck on that. I don't even know how many points of sneak that I have in the end. Probably not too much. My rads are looking really high right now. Doesn't really matter. We'll keep on going. I'm pretty sure I clocked 5k on that dude. We'll go back to targeting the torsos, even though we're getting... Do we have possibly more perception? No, we don't. Those Scorch guys are just easy to hit. Easy to hit in VATS compared to... Oh, I guess they're humanoids and VATS would be more tuned to that, right? Anyways, so a Scorch Beast has popped up out of nowhere. No critical, only Clav Kalash. Almost got him. A critical would have super ended him there. And before he gets to... Wow, we didn't actually get him. I'm going to get devoured by his acid here. That's no good. Alrighty. Let's see if we can't bug him with the hit scan projectile before this thing fucking breaks on me. There we go. Well, we did it before the thing breaks, but honestly, I think you get the point of this thing. I'm just gonna fucking high noon all of these bastards, eh? Alrighty, there you have it. That there was the Bloodied explosive black powder pistol. Not a fan. That was really lucky that I didn't get wrecked there. Like, honestly, there's no use for a weapon like that. It's complete overkill, and it takes ages to reload. I can blow off snot rockets when I'm ill off a roof quicker than this thing can reload, and that's really saying something. Or maybe that's not really saying a lot, because there was a lot of snot rockets fired out of me over these past couple of days, but if you can tell by my voice, I'm actually feeling a lot better now. So, instead of having the gun running around with it, I'm going to show you like this. So, we got 1,800 damage, which is pretty good, but like I said before, the damage doesn't mean much if the rate of fire is that. The range and accuracy are okay, but there's really no use for this thing whatsoever other than just having a cool novelty weapon. You can say, hey, look at my black powder pistol, it does a lot of damage. Would you like to buy it? I'll give you 2 caps for it. Yep, thanks, sounds like a good transaction. Anyways, I'm out of things to say. Thank you very much for watching, guys.